Hey guys, welcome to your channel. In this video, we are going to see how to write a beautiful introduction. When we write an answer, the introduction occupies the most important part of your answer because the introduction is generally considered as a mirror of your answer. Because throughout this mirror, the examiner will get to know about the answer, or the examiner will first create an impression about your answer. So the introduction is a very essential part of your answer writing. Sometimes we get confused what to write in our answer, right? What to write in our introduction. This video is an attempt to throw light on this part, how to write an introduction of any kind of answer, so that you can create a very good impression in the mind of the examiner towards the answer. So my first suggestion is that in any kind of answer, always try to put the introduction in a paragraph form, right? Do not use the introduction as a point, right? In point form or in bullet form, do not write the introduction. Introduction should be always in the paragraph form, right? So the in my earlier videos, I have many times I have told that introduction should be general introduction of the keyword. That means the one thing I want to say that for a proper introduction, the first step for you is to understand the demand of the question. Once you decoded the demand of the question, once you get to know the requirement of the question, what the question is asking, only then you can write the proper introduction. Because if you do not understand what the question is asking, then the introduction will some kind of be diverted from the question. Right, so general definition of the keyword means what? That first you have to see what is the requirement of the question, what is the keyword asked in the question, and once you get decoded, once you know about the keyword of the question, your first duty is to give a general definition of that particular keyword. Definition means what that particular keyword actually mean. So your introduction, the introduction of your answer, for one line of the introduction of your answer must have to be the definition of the keyword. That means in definition means you have to say that what that particular keyword is, right? Then familiarity about the topic you are going to write. In this line, first line is actually throwing light on the particular keyword of the question, and the next line will be other aspects. That means relating that keyword to the other aspects of the question. Once you let the examiner know about the prime concern, prime requirement of the question through the definition of the keyword, then you have to then one or two lines you have to dedicate that what are other surrounding parts regarding that particular keyword. That means you have to relate the keywords with the other requirements of the question in next 2 or 3 lines. That means introduction should be mostly maximum 3 lines. If you exceed 3 lines, then the introduction will be unnecessary and you will find very less time for focusing on the core part of the question. That is why introduction should be maximum of 3 lines. One line of the introduction should be regarding the definition of the keyword, and another line should be regarding the keyword with the other aspects. That means the other aspects which centers around the keyword. Let's see with some examples. Let's see the first question. Globalization leads to disparity in recent times. Analyze with reference to India. The first keyword, the main keyword in the question is that globalization. Right, that globalization leads to discrimination in recent times. Analyze with reference to India. So in your answer, in the introduction part of your answer, what you have to give, the prime keyword here in the question is the globalization. So the first line of your introduction should be regarding globalization, that what the globalization is. You have to give a very general viewpoint regarding globalization, like globalization, a process of amalgamation of global elements in almost every sphere of life, has spread to nook and corner of India. Right, you are done with giving a general definition of globalization. Then you have to come to the other aspects, like Like globalization leads to disparity. That means globalization comes with various adverse effects on various fields. Then your second line should be regarding this point, linking globalization with the other requirements of the question. For that you can write, it brings manifold effects simultaneously, even adversely sometimes. Right. So in this way, you have fulfilled the demand of the question in the very introduction part. You give a notion to the examiner that what the question is asking, what will be the core of the answer. Then let's see another question. Growth has preceded development in recent times, narrate with reference to India. That means growth has growth has occupied priority over development in recent times in India. So here the main keyword is the growth and development. So your first duty would be key to define growth and development in every answer, in any paper. Whatever answer you are writing, whether it is yes 1 2 3 4, that does not matter, but your first duty in your introduction would be to give one line which will define the prime keyword of the question, so that examiner will know, okay, what is this, right? Examiner will already know, but it is your duty. Examiner is asking from you that what is this. If you do not give any kind of definition regarding the keywords of the question, then your answer will be abrupt. What is introduction? Introduction means to begin. How you will begin? You will begin by paving the way, by giving an introduction to the problems of the question. What is the question? Right, you are giving the introduction of the question, right? So first would be to give a definition regarding the keywords of the question. Like, while growth refers to some particular physical aspects, development is an overall process which includes growth also. Right, here you are done. Then the next line would be to show the other aspects of the question, to give a line why growth has preceded over development. The impact of global trade, conducive economic policy, etc. have way forwarded the growth, but inequality, poverty, and many other social factors have prevented development. So in this line you have also thrown light on the other aspects of the question. So this is the way to write a proper introduction of any kind of answer. Some other helping factors might be regarding the introduction is that utmost simplicity. Your introduction have to be very simple. Do not use any kind of flowery language. Always use to the point and proper words. Less compound sentences. Do not make the introduction boring by using compound sentences, right? Using much more colon, semicolon, etc. Right? It will take away the interest of the examiner from the answer. So maximum 3 lines. Do not increase the introduction more beyond 3 lines. Positive vibes. There should be always a way of expectation in the introduction. No grammar or spelling mistakes. This is a very less pronounced topic. People do not say, but if you give a wrong spelling, or if you make some grammatical mistake at the very introduction, the examiner might not be satisfied with your answer. So I think this video might help you a little bit. I'll come again with another video. Till then, take care and bye bye.